Last point, residual income. Who can tell me what residual income is?
Income that keeps coming.
Yeah, very good. So you do something once and then you get paid on it over and over again. Okay? Give me some examples of residual income.
An author.
An author. Okay, Harry Potter. Anyone here read one of the Harry Potter books? Okay, all of them I see. Okay, so how many times did she write that first book? Yeah, she wrote it one time, didn't she? How many times did she get paid on it? She's still getting paid on it. In fact, I have a daughter that just finished it yesterday. Okay, so over and over and over again. That is a form of residual income. You do something and then get paid on it repeatedly. I like the example of a toll bridge, right? How many times do you build a bridge? You build it once, okay? But every time someone goes over it, you get paid. And if they work on one side and live on the other, what? You get paid twice, right? They go to work, come home. So a toll bridge would be fantastic to own. Well, that is a form of residual income. If you talk to people about creating security in their life, they'll mention you got to find a way to get a residual income, okay? If you own property and you rent it out, right? You have a residual coming in on that property. If you have money and you buy an annuity or a bond, right? You have a return on it. It's something that you earn on every month or every year, depending on your contract. So those are examples of residual income. Let me tell you why Youngevity's residual income is different, because it doesn't matter what network marketing company you go to, they'll talk about residual income, won't they? It's one of the industry topics. But there's a big difference between talking about it and actually producing it. And let me show you why we produce a true residual income. Well, it ties into this right here. Because we focus on the essentials, people return and purchase every month. Because they start on the product. What? They take a scoop, they take a scoop, they take a scoop, they take a scoop, they take a scoop. What happens when they get to the bottom?
They love more.
If they love the product and they know the difference it makes in their lives, what do? They order it again, don't they? Okay? So as long as the product produces, as long as it does what it's supposed to do, people continue to return and purchase. And I have people in my organization that I talked to back in 1996 who continue to return and purchase every single month. Like clockwork. Not because of me, okay, but because of the message from Dr. Wallach and the difference that the products make. And they return and purchase. Let me give you a way to look at this. Back to our car example, okay? Remember essential, non-essential? It's in an economy like today. Times are tough. You're driving to work, okay? Money's tight. The fuel light comes on in your car. What do?
You eat gas.
Yeah, you pull over, don't you, at a gas station and put gas in your car. But remember, things are tight. Money's tight. Do you still do it? Mm-hmm. You do, right? Because you got to get to work, okay? It's essential. Now, change the scenario a little bit. Market's tight. People are watching every dollar, every penny. Okay? You're driving to work and that heated seat goes out. I mean, you slam on the brakes, don't you? That first dealership you come to, you're squealing into that parking lot and you're saying, fix this heated seat now. I don't care what it costs because this is essential. No, not at all, is it? You forget you even have heated seats if it breaks, right? Because it's not essential. You can live with a cold tush, right? But you cannot drive that car without fuel. Do you see the difference? So when it comes to a true residual income, if your product is considered essential, you will be paid on that every month because people return and purchase. If your product is some sexy, exotic, woohoo juice, right? Something that has a great name or something that is, exotic or unique that you've never heard of and has some fancy story behind it, right? Eventually, it's not one of those essential nutrients, and so if times get tough, people say, you know what? That's going to get cut off the budget. But if it's essential, it stays on there. It's amazing to me how many people come to me after using the 90 essential nutrients and their whole philosophy has changed. Mine has. And the philosophy is I'm going to take my 90 essential nutrients and supplement that with food. Did you hear what I said? Yeah. Okay. Normally we look at vitamins and minerals and we say, what? They're supplements, right? But once you've been a part of Dr. Wallach's company and you've experienced this, then your whole priorities change. And you say, you know what? I'm going to make sure that my body gets all the essential nutrients every day, and then I'll supplement that with some food. Now, that sounds a little extreme, doesn't it? And I know that sounds extreme, and it is crazy that that's actually how we think. But it is. I do not want to go a day without my essential nutrients, and I don't want my kids to, because I have seen in other people what happens when they go without. And I don't want to go there, and I don't want my kids to go there. And so it changes your whole perspective on life. A farmer understands that they, first and foremost, want to make sure that those animals get the essential nutrients. Now they might throw in a little extra good tasting oats or grains or things like that later on, right? Or to get the horse to come in from the field so they can put the bridle on. But the first and foremost, they make sure that they're getting the nutrients. What's the first thing a farmer does in his pasture with his animals? He throws out a salt block out there, right? Because he knows that that salt block has in it essential nutrients. And then if that animal doesn't get it, what happens? Yeah, they get sick and die. So they make sure that they get that. So that is the thing that I feel is also very, very unique about Youngevity, is that we truly have access to a residual income. An incredible form of leverage by leveraging Dr. Wallach and his CD and his books. And we have a product line that focuses on the essentials and then has all these other wonderful things that we can add to it as we go along that change our lives, that are wonderful, just like the car stereo and the heated seats and the power locks. I don't want to go without them. And as you become involved with this, you'll experience that yourself. I told you I joined back in 1996. I have been with this company this many years. I have done a few other things along the way as far as learning some real estate and different things like that, but I have been always a part of Youngevity, and I will always be a part of Youngevity, because this is a company that changes people's lives. You will see, if you get involved, you will see changes in your own life. You'll see changes in the lives of the people that you work with. And so we have people that say, I want to join as a customer, right? Because then you can get it at wholesale. So you can become a lifetime member in Youngevity for $10. For $10, you get to access to the wholesale prices. You get to have access to everything that Youngevity has at wholesale for life. No renewal fees, anything like that, and you can just become a customer, and we love customers. Now you can also say, you know what, I'd like to refer this to a few people. I'd like to take it myself, but I think that there's some other family, friends, neighbors, and things like that that need to hear Dr. Wallach's CD, and so I would like to share it with a few people and refer a few people, and by doing that, you get the advertising budget. Youngevity doesn't advertise. So instead of advertising, they take that money that would normally be spent on advertising and they pay us to share the message. And you say, you know what, that'd be great, because I could take that and that could curb the cost of my products, and if I refer, 10, 12 people, my products are free. So then now you're taking the 90 essential nutrients and it's costing you nothing. You've helped other people with their health and you're getting yours for free. So that'd be our referral program. Then there are other people that say, you know what, this sounds like a business I could sink my teeth into. This sounds like something I could do. And if any of you are in a situation where you're having triplets, you'd understand what I was in when I said, this is what I'm going to do. And you can create an incredible lifestyle by being a part of Youngevity. If you looked at this and you said, I want to build a business, okay, there is a program for building a business. This is not for customers. This isn't even for people who are just going to refer people, okay? If you want to build a business, you need to treat it like a business. And there's going to be some things that you do, and if you do them, you're going to make more money. Does that make sense? Okay? If you were going to start any business, they would say, this is the way you get the greatest return. We're all about break even when you're doing business, right? What's my investment, and how long is it going to take me, and what do I have to do to get my initial investment back? Well, let me walk you through. The first step is what we call fill your wagon, okay? Dr. Wallach says you can't sell out of an empty wagon. And anybody who's tried it, you understand. Okay? And the reason is because you yourself have to know and use these products. You have to have some to sample to people. What did I do tonight with the CM cream and the chocolate, right? I let you try it. You've got to be able to do that. You've got to have some to sample to people because they want to experience it as well. And we have the Beyond Tangy in the back of the room for you to try that as well. So you're going to have some for you to use, you're going to need some to sample, and when people get excited and they say, whatever it is he's talking about on that CD, I want to buy it, they don't want to wait for 5 days for it to be shipped from California, do they? They want to buy it then, so you have to have some inventory to sell. And so we call that your startup inventory or your initial inventory cost. It's going to cost you about $350 to start a business in Youngevity. Again, this is for the business, right? This isn't for the referrals or the customers. This is if you want to build a business, this is how you get your money the fastest. $350 to get you started. That's going to qualify you for the greatest returns and percentages. And then you're going to need to maintain that inventory on a monthly basis. We call that auto ship. And anyone can participate in auto ship. It's where you put an order in and they'll ship it to you every month, and you don't have to pay any shipping and handling if you do that. You can change it, you can alter it, you can pause it, cancel it, whatever you want to do, either on the phone or on the web. But if you have that order in there, you're going to get a higher percentage in the people you refer as well. So you have an initial inventory of $350. You have a maintenance inventory of 150 points, depending on the products you get, and you do that on an auto ship. Now that's how you get started. So if this is you, you're going to need 4 business partners. What's a business partner? They're someone just like you. Likes the message, loves Dr. Wallach, loves the products, and says, I want to build a business. And so they fill their wagon and they go on auto ship for the 150. Okay? So someone like that. It's not a customer. I'm not even going to put customers in here. Okay? Customers would be in addition to this. This is just your 4 business partners. Everybody needs 4 business partners. When your 4 business partners fill their wagon, your initial inventory is paid for. Okay, your return from bringing 4 business partners to the table means that you are now at break even in your business. Now you think about that. That's pretty awesome. To be able to start a business and by finding 4 people to do the same thing you're doing. You're not asking them to do anything you're not doing, right? They're doing exactly what you're doing. They're filling their wagon and going on auto ship. You're at break even. All of your inventory is now free. Okay? Then, these folks are going to want to be at break even as well, aren't they? Okay? They want to get their initial inventory paid for. So each of them are going to find 4 people, 4 business partners who fill their wagon and go on auto ship. As soon as that happens, now your monthly maintenance is free as well. So every month, even though you're using product, you're sampling product, and you're selling product, that inventory will just be magically being replaced because your business is now covering its overhead costs as well. So by 4 people finding 4, you've covered your initial startup and your monthly overhead. So you're taking these products for free, you're sampling them to people for free, you're selling product that costs you nothing. Okay? Let me walk you through these slides for the rest of it. You find 4, you're at break even on initial inventory with 4 people. Those 4 find 4, now your monthly inventory is paid. They find 4, you're making $800 in profit a month. Now somebody tell me what you can do with $800 profit.
Car payment.
Car payment. Can you get a pretty good car for $800 a month? I saw an eyebrow lift back there. What could you get for $800 a month? Yeah, you might get some options with that, huh? Maybe a little faster than the essentials, okay? So $800 a month. Did you know that the average person who goes into bankruptcy, in fact, 80% of the bankruptcies in our country are within $500 a month of being solvent? 80% of the bankruptcies, 80% of the homes that are lost in our country, the foreclosures, are within $500 a month of being solvent. Here's a plan to keep a house. Here's a plan to keep from going bankrupt. Pretty amazing. So that's with that next level down, your 3rd level. You get down to the 3rd level down here, you're making $800 profit a month. Your business is paid for, your products and inventory are paid for, and you have $800 profit a month. The next level down, you're making $800 a week in profit. Gene, what could you do with $800 a week?
Take vacation and buy a whole bunch of toys.
Where would you go?
Jamaica.
Jamaica. You like Jamaica? Jamaica, I've been there. It's beautiful.
I've never been there. Jamaica.
You'd love it. It's fantastic. $800 a week. What would you do with it?
Well, my house sure would be paid off real quick.
Very good. Yep, that'd cover your mortgage, wouldn't it? Cover the mortgage payment. There's a lot of things that $800 a week would change for people's lives. Goes down one more level, right? Down to the 5th level, $800 every 2 days. Now you got that problem coming every other day. Every other day you got to spend that $800, right? Okay? And remember, we talked about residual income, right? This is not a one-off deal because we're talking about essential nutrients. And because we're talking about people getting better and people loving the experience, they return and purchase and you get paid over and over again. That's $13,000 a month. And this is, how many people does everybody find? For a week? For a month? For a year? No, 4. Everybody has 4 business partners. Now, along the way, you're going to run into customers, aren't you? Okay, you're going to run into people that'll add to it. But everybody needs 4 business partners, and this plan works. Now, I only took you down through level 5. The compensation plan pays much deeper than that. It pays on level 6, and then on level 7, it starts what's called an infinity bonus. And that goes through the 6th level of the 6th generation of diamonds. Okay, and a diamond is a distributor leader who has a group of about 6,000 in sales on a monthly basis. So if you can imagine, that can go through hundreds of levels that you get that 2%. And in a mature organization, that level 7 and beyond at 2% ends up being larger than all 6 levels in the unilevel combined. And it's been that way for me for over 10 years. That 2% infinity bonus is larger than all the commissions earned in level 1 through 6 added together. So there is huge potential. Will everybody do it? No. This is a business. If you treat it like a business, it'll pay you like a business. If you treat it like a hobby, it'll pay you like a hobby, right? And that's what it is. And the business isn't for everyone. There are wonderful, wonderful people come in every single day that say, I just want Dr. Wallach's nutrition because I want to get better. And we love people like that, and we take care of them.